just arrived in Imlil. The taxis, well, the car and transport just dropped off the bottom, and I've come up on the balcony, and they've now made me a nice mint tea, which has been to Morocco before, and it's really nice. Behind me, well, in front of me over there, is Mt Toubkal, which is where we're going the next few days. So I'm really looking forward to it. The weather is actually glorious. There's not a cloud in the sky. So I'm going to see the guides in a bit, and then hopefully we'll get a briefing and be able to relax for the rest of the afternoon. Might have a walk into Imlil centre, which seems to be quite a way down that hill down there, but we'll see. And looking forward to the trek already. It's been a great first start to the day. So it's just brought us up for a spot of lunch, and the views are absolutely amazing. It's really nice and comfortable. If you go over to the window, you can see Toubkal up there. There's Imlil right down there. About a 20-minute walk apparently, so I'll give that a go later on. Just have a stretch our legs. It's been a long day already, up at 3 AM to get the flight at 5:45 from Manchester to Marrakesh, and then it's been about an hour and a half in the car to Imlil. So looking forward to just getting some air. It's been feeling really tired already, but the room is spot on. There's another hotel to the back. There's a lot of fire in that, so it gets chilly on a night. And yeah, there's a hotel behind us. That seems to be the main road in and out. But it looks really nice. It seems to be the only one here, which is not a problem. But it is January, and it's not really height of the tourist season. There's a bit of snow on the top of Toubkal, but nothing major. Got me crampons and that anyway, just in case we get any more snow. There's some really nice peaks here. Imagine as a base, this is going to be quite good to have just days out and climb quite a few of these peaks, because they all seem to be quite doable. Obviously Toubkal's the highest. And it's really nice. Complete contrast to leaving the UK in Manchester this morning. There's still snow on the runway. So I'm not sure what it is for lunch, but coming up the stairs and past the kitchen, it smells really nice. I've just bought me main course now. I thought I was having my main course, but I've got something in tagine with potatoes and vegetables, and I think there's a bit of meat in there as well. It looks really nice. And I'm just sitting here looking at the view out the window, and it is lovely. The sun's out. Just had a chat to the guide who's going to take us out in the morning. Not too late. We're going to be going out at breakfast about 7:30. Get set off and get ready. Leave about 8, half 8. There's no rush. It says it's about 5 to 6 hours to the refuge. Have lunch halfway. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to tucking into my lunch anyway. Just walking up to the hotel on the most gorgeous day. Mount Toubkal's behind me. Let's walk up this track. The hotel is actually here. It's really nice. Not long had some lunch, then have a walk out shortly. And it's just beautiful. There is not a cloud in the sky. The people are really friendly, the food's really nice, the accommodation's fantastic. I've got my own little room outside the hotel. Hello.
How are you? Good.
Very good, very good. Let's go into the room. It's very comfy. Lunch was very good.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoyed lunch.
Good.
Very good, very good.
Okay.
Filled up. I'm gonna have a walk out in a bit.
Yeah.
Down.
Tomorrow.
This afternoon. I get some.
Tomorrow to Toubkal.
Yes, the refuge first.
Right. One
Okay.
night, tonight for Toubkal.
Yes. So here's my room. It's outside one here. So that is just me. And it's a little cottage. So if we go in, it's a twin. There's some more blankets and that, and quilts on there if you get chilly, but it won't be sleeping bag. Sink. And I've got a little shower and toilet. I don't think I can ask for more. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but this is great. It's going to do me tonight anyway. Let's stay outside, have a cup of tea. just have a look what's the world go by.
I had a shirt that was literally that color.
That's what I'm just sat having a coffee by the river. It's actually not too bad, milky coffee. The other coffee's like treacle. It's not for me. I like a bit of milk in it, and I do like a strong coffee, but it's some of it's a bit coarse, but it's lovely sat here. The river's around there. The hotel's a bit of a walk up, so I thought after having a walk around the village, I'd have a coffee before making my way up. It's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. It's morning, just waiting for the mules to come up. It's going to take our bags. Try and make mine as light as possible. I don't know, overload a mule. That's the last thing I want. I think I work hard enough as it is, but it's a really nice morning this morning. You can see Toubkal over there in the distance. The light's just coming on it now. It looks really fantastic. You can see that up there. See if I can get a better position. It's over there. It's looking fantastic. So the refuge is below that. You can't see that because it's in the dead ground between here and the summit. So it's looking really good. Had a great night last night in the hotel. Slept like a log. Beds are really comfy. Had a wonderful breakfast this morning. And all set to go. I have to admit, the food that we had the entire trip was absolutely spot on and first rate. It was great to have a good hearty breakfast before we set off on the long trek up to the refuge. Straight from the hotel, the scenery was absolutely fantastic, and then we hit the first checkpoint, get passports out, and I must admit our guide, Abdul, sorted it all out. Walking up the trek, walking up the trail, past lots of waterfalls, lots of mules on the way up and on the way down. Everything's got to be carried up. There was no roads or anything like that, so it was a nice start to the day. The path is fairly easy going. It's not really steep in that many places. It's just a hardcore track. Lunch, absolutely fantastic. What a day. Ended up in the middle of nowhere. The chefs must have got up really early and set up camp. So just over halfway, we got to this clearing and walked down towards the river, and there they are, sorting dinner out, and lunch out. And it was really nice sitting there, having a cup of tea, chatting to them while they're all working away.
There's no alcohol here, is there? No alcohol.
They had it all there. The boilers going, tea was constant, lots of fresh fruit, lots of fresh vegetables, and it was really nice. Such a friendly people.
Yeah, so tea's going down really well actually.
All throughout the trek, there was nothing really to fault them. They were really helpful, advice, guidance, and for me, it really added something to the trek. I do like Moroccan tea. I have it when I come home because I've been to Morocco before, and it was nice. Abdul was so knowledgeable, talking about the trek, and just sitting there, taking in the view. For me, it was one of the highlights of the day before we had lunch. What I always like about travelling and trekking in particular, climbing, is going to different places, meeting different people, immersing yourself in different cultures. Here, really getting to know them, chatting away, talk about their families, where they're from, how many treks they've done, and it was really nice just sitting there. It was a beautiful day, taking in the sunshine, talking about what's upcoming,
also what other treks there are to do in the area, pointing out different mountains and hills and some of the treks you can do, some of the campsites you can stay at if you take the tents to some of the higher peaks and next to some of the, what in the UK we call tarns and lakes that are quite high. So it may definitely needs to come back and do some of the other peaks and treks around there, because it's so much to do, and what an ideal base for a week's trekking in a really nice part of the world.
Just stopped for some lunch. My guide is down there with the porters. We've got the right little kitchen going. The horse and the mules are relaxing and having something to eat and a drink, so it is quite warm. Dinner smells fantastic. It's a right little outdoor kitchen they've got going down there. There's a few of them, so I'm looking forward to it. We've been walking for what now? 3 hours 20 minutes. Gained, let's have a look at the watch, 3,000 feet in height. It's been lovely walking. It's not been too bad actually. I thought it was going to be more difficult. We've come from down there. This afternoon we're going to walk up that ridge up towards the shelter, which is about another, I think it's about another 2.5 3 hours. So we'll see how that goes, but so far so good actually. Which I've bought the suntan lotion because I think I'll need it this afternoon. So looking forward to it. Still raising funds for the Barnsley Fostering Association, so click the link down below and every penny counts to make the lives of children in care that little bit better and give them experiences that may never have had before. So it's a really worthwhile cause. I'm glad I'm here and I'm glad I'm doing it. So speak to you later.
All the chef's hard work really paid off. We've got a little table and chairs and a little camping area and picnic, and the food was fantastic. As you can see, they've got fish, fresh vegetables, tagine, and I must admit it was what you really needed before setting off for the afternoon up to the refuge.
So, been walking for what, 4.5 hours solid, about 5.5 hours in total. We stopped for lunch. Lunch was really nice. Took a rather leisurely lunch. Had a cup of tea at the checkpoint, and it's been steady going. Not saying it's been easy, but psychologically I was expecting it to be harder than what it was, but I am definitely not complaining, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting in and having a cup of tea. So yeah, all that preparation in the lakes, doing 2 or 3 days, one peak, then another peak, then another peak, I think really paid off. Last thing I want to do is really struggle. I want to come here and enjoy it, and I have done today. I was expecting a lot more snow lower down, which I'm not complaining. I'd rather have sun cream on than ice axe and crampons. But tomorrow's going to be different. You can see the ice forming already. It's quite hard because it starts to melt and freeze solid. I think tonight's going to be like -10, -11, so they make it tricky in places, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. That's where I've come from, all the way down there. You can't actually see where we've had lunch because it's so far down. We're only going an hour at best. It's just a steady trek up. It's not taking too long at all. The scenery's been wonderful. My guide, Abdul, has been really good. Chatting away a bit further down, chatting away over lunch. I didn't realise in this area how many other peaks and walks there are to do. So it's on those. You can come here for a week and climb and walk every day and always do something different. So if I get to come again, probably stay for a few days longer and do so many other peaks that's around here. So instead of going up Mt Toubkal, which is on the right, we'll go up the left and do some of these up there. And they look really good actually. So yeah, refuge over there. Lots of ice and that, it's quite solid. But it's good. The path's been fine. Just got to be careful, it's just loose scree. Just watch your footing. Bought my climbing boots and I've just had these lightweight trainers on all the way up, really. Different into the morning. So, we've now arrived at the refuge. I've got my room. Seems to be about 16 of us in the room, but it's fine, it's only for one night. It's comfortable, it's warm. It's nice to actually chill out before the sun goes down, which by the looks of it isn't going to go that far. Toubkal tomorrow, we're going to go up past this refuge here and make the way up and over between that pass, then into the pass there, then up, and it's about 3 hours or so, all up. Apparently it's quite tough going in places, but crampons in the morning, so there's a lot of ice around. Last thing you want to do is slip, but it's really nice. So if you come up here, make sure I don't drop my camera. If you come up here, you can see where we've come from. So we've come over here. See the valley we've come from now. It's down there. You can see the other groups coming in now, and we've come up from all the way down there. Imlil is way down that valley down there. Looking forward to tomorrow. Should be a really good day, especially if it's like this. Last thing my concern was, we got to the top and it was blowing a gale and you couldn't see a thing, all low-lying clouds, so it doesn't look like we're going to get that, but it's an early start and should be a good day tomorrow.
Arrived at the refuge. I must admit, it was basic, but it was really comfortable. And one key thing was they had the fires going on in the evening, because as soon as the sun dipped behind the mountains, it was freezing cold. There was not a cloud in the sky, and it was very cold. The mules come along, unpack all your kits outside, you get shown to your room, and then make yourself comfortable and ready for the evening. Sat outside, just chatting away to other trekkers from around the world. The room we was in, or the dorm, there was 24 beds. There was the initial 16, then when there's some more people turned up, so it was absolutely chock-a-block, which made it cosy. And I must admit, I was very glad I bought my earplugs, because there was a couple of people snoring and tossing and turning, and we was up at 4 AM the next day, so I really needed to get some sleep. You can see here, walking into the refuge in the summer, they camp outside. There's tent areas, because I can imagine the refuge gets really, really hot. And you can see behind the refuge the pass we'll be going to in the morning to make our way up to the summit.
Well, it's 10 to 5 in the morning. It's freezing cold. There's not a cloud in the sky again. I'm outside, just got the crampons on. And we're setting off shortly to see the sunrise over Toubkal. So hopefully you get there for about 7:45, and sunrise I think is just around that time anyway, so hoping for a really good morning. It's been quite a bit of a climb in the dark, but that's what it is. So I'll see you at the top. So here we are, just below the summit of Mt Toubkal. The sun has just come up and the views are staggering. I must admit, we left at 10 to 5 this morning. We're walking for a good 3 hours, and boy, it's worth it. But good gracious me, what a slog. Just over halfway, we've got this really steep bit in the dark. Good gracious, I didn't think it was ever going to end. But look at the view, absolutely staggering. I'm so pleased I've done it. It's all to my friend here, Abdul. He's been spot on. Couldn't ask for a better guide. Top man.
Thank you.
Good gracious. So we're gonna have a quick drink, bite to eat, then make our way to the top, then back down again, back to the lodge, get ourselves sorted out, then down to Imlil, get in the car, and Marrakesh tonight in the hotel. So long but busy, long day and busy, but so well worth it.
I think it was made really more difficult because I did it in a weekend. I could have really have done, I think, looking back on it, with an extra day to acclimatise, to fly into Marrakesh and then get the car to Imlil overnight to the refuge, then straight up. I think on the body it made it a lot tougher. So I'm definitely going to go back. I'm going to do more of the trekking in the area because there is so much to see and do. I was so glad to see the summit plateau. Anywhere in the shade there was ice, and it was thick ice and slippy, but anything in the sun there was hardly any snow at all. And for January I was extremely surprised. I was expecting to have snow below the refuge, but to finally make it up to the top was absolutely an awesome experience. We didn't quite make it for the sunrise, but it's one of those things. We saw the sunrise slightly lower down. It wasn't very far, it only took about 20 minutes to get from where we were to the top, and it was a lovely walk, absolutely fantastic. Big hats off to the team and to Abdul, who helped us every step of the way. A steep but rewarding climb. As I say, probably better off doing it with an acclimatization day. I think it would have made the trek and the trip up to the summit a lot easier, but we got there and I'm extremely proud of doing it. And the view, wow, absolutely incredible.
Well done, my friend. Well done. We got here. Made it. A bit longer than I thought it was, but wow. Well done. What a view. Wow.
From this way here is the Sahara Desert.
Sahara Desert's that way?
Yeah.
Where's Marrakesh? There. Okay.
In the dark, you didn't actually realise how steep it was, and it was pitch dark. You just think he was going uphill for what felt like hour after hour, but getting to the top, just incredible. The going down, wow, that was steep in places. Getting to the top was less than half the journey, because we go from the refuge to the top, then down past the refuge where I had a bite to lunch, then all the way back to Imlil, and it was let's say a long day. So going up with all my winter clothes on, ice axe, crampons, winter B2 boots back to the lodge, then basically walking trainers on, bright sunshine all the way down. So I think the entire day it was around 13 and a half miles, and it was a long day. Then we had to meet up with a car which took us into Marrakesh. So by the time I got to Marrakesh it was 6:30 at night, and since I got up at just after 4 a.m, it was an incredibly long day, but as I said before, so worth it. So
you can't
worth
see a
it.
thing. The summit of Toubkal's up there, and it's not taking too long to get down. This bit here, God, it was a beast. It just took forever. It was never ending. I must admit, I was glad when I was at the top, but yeah, making good progress down now. It's so much better in the light. We can actually see where we're going, see where we're putting our feet, and making so much better time going down. So, see you at the refuge. Bye.
Lunch was another masterpiece again when I got down. The food, the entire trip was fantastic. Having a chef to cook us our fresh food, just brilliant. It's exactly what I needed after coming down from the summit.
So after summiting Mt Toubkal at I touched sunrise this morning just after 8, up at 4, left before 5. We come down, had spot lunch in the refuge. Now we're making our way back down to Imlil, where hopefully there'll be a car waiting for me to take me to Marrakesh, and a hotel tonight in Marrakesh, which I'm quite looking forward to, having a bed that hasn't got 23 other people in it, but we'll see.